Yeah, we back. What's cracking with everybody, man? We just doing some of this work. Yeah. Yes. Man, this is getting crazy. Crazy. Everybody just type crazy. Just type crazy in the comment section. We gonna get into it. New media, I told you, see, new media, we like pit bulls. We just stay on top of the case. Call me Young Matlock, Young Credentials, Perry Mason, we on it. We on it. Like, see, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And see, everybody type crazy. We gonna get to it. We gotta get through the roll call. Man, see, listen. Remember what I always say. See, I've been in this game too long. Remember what I always say. Listen to what people say then, and listen to what people say now. Regarding Wilder Joshua, I give both heavyweights a lot of credit, a lot of respect. But the whole situation between them facing each other, I called it exactly how I seen it. And this is starting to sound crazy. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's to the point, I'm gonna stop talking about this fight because it's becoming so ever clear what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn, Team Joshua, it seems like they should just hope Wilder loses to Stavern because it is getting crazy now. Everybody put crazy one more time, then we're gonna get into the roll call and then we'll talk about it. But I can't even believe this stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, listen to what people say then and listen to what they say now. Ego Army in the building, Ego Mafia, we are the mob. Money on top of boxing. And I'm telling you, new media, I don't even care if you don't like me. You don't have to like me. But listen to what I'm saying and then you put it in your brain, and from a realistic, not because you're from Great Britain, UK, England, or you love a fighter, not because of any of those reasons. Just analyze what's being said and see what makes sense to you. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to get back to, because like I said, even if you don't like me, this is for boxing. This is like we're talking boxing. It's bigger than me. This is bigger than Nino Brown. But let's get into this roll call real quick. Boxingego roll call. I just like to know where y'all from. City, state, zip, bang where you from, rep where you from. I probably, with this subject, it's a sensitive subject, so I guarantee you I'll probably be putting someone in the hot seat and filleting that. Fillet! We about to fillet somebody today. Shout out to England in the building. See, it's all love from the US to the UK. We show love. Bronx, New York, Pasadena, Liverpool, UK, Orlando, Baltimore, Oakland, Houston, La La Land, West Palm Beach, Florida, Oklahoma, H-Town, Decatur, Illinois, LA, Paris, California, Fort Worth, Naptown, Inglewood, Chicago, Hayward, California, Daly City, Boston, we working, Brooklyn, we working, Brooklyn, back-to-back Brooklyns. Shout out to the BK. North Carolina, Harrisburg, Ego, big up. Shout out to you, the fans. Shout out to Sheffield, DC, Virginia, Brooklyn, UK. Ego Army, we representing Houston, Texas, New Jersey, Baltimore, Delaware, Bulgaria, San Diego, New Jersey. Now on the count of 3, if you're from the United States, let me get a USA. Everybody type USA. If you're from the United States, put USA. Right now, rep where you from. Show that patriotism. Everybody put USA. Where you from? Cali? Where you from? Florida? Drop USA in the comment section. Put your American flags in the comment section. Be proud of where you from. That's what I'm talking about. USA. United States of America. Ain't no place like it. Yeah. We're my patriots. See, we don't just get patriotic come 4th of July. This is year round. Rep where you from. USA, salute. Shout out to all the soldiers who hold it down to protect us, to protect me, to protect you, our families. Shout out to the USA. We're gonna take a knee on that one. Now, you know I like to spread the love. I used to live in England, so I got a place in my heart for England. If you from the UK, rep where you from. Everybody put United Kingdom, put UK. I want to see British flags. Put it down. Put your UKs down. Where's the UK at? I know UK got some of the best fans of boxing. Throw your UKs up. Throw your British flags up. Let's get it. Thank you. I know we got more UKs than that. Come on. We got a lot of USAs. I know we got more UKs, man. We about to take a knee on the game. So, now that that's out of the way, we did a roll call. Wherever you from, Canada, Mexico, we got love for you. If you're a real boxing fan, salute. Now, let's talk to the subject. Eddie Hearn was at the post-fight Carlos Takam Joshua fight, right? Shout out to my moderators too. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. Wouldn't keep the streams flowing like they do, right? Now, Eddie Hearn post Joshua Takam, he did an interview, or he was on the podium or up there on the stage or whatever. You know how they do post-fight. And the question was about Wilder, and it was Dillian Whyte was right there. They asked him, if Wilder comes to UK, fights Dillian Whyte, will you guarantee Joshua? Eddie Hearn says, nope, it don't work like that. Now, shout out to Fight Hype. They got this covered. I'm sure other people, but I just, you know what I mean? I'm going where what I seen. Now, go check this out. It's on Fight Hype, right? Eddie Hearn refuses to guarantee Anthony Joshua for Wilder if he takes Dillian Whyte fight. Explains why. Now, I don't care where you from. Fair is fair. Point blank period. In the words of my favorite fighter, Roy Jones Jr., I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else. That tells you everything you need to know. Now, this is not a slight at Eddie Hearn or Dillian Whyte or UK or some bullshit that y'all try to make it, but that tells you everything you need to know. Because for a while, weeks, I don't know the exact time frame, Eddie Hearn has been pushing this Dillian Whyte fight upon Deontay Wilder. His reason being, oh, that would be a big fight. If Wilder fights Dillian Whyte in the UK, then that's gonna raise his profile, right? That's gonna enhance his market value and build up and marinate in anticipation of the Joshua Wilders just through the roof. Now, I told you in my stream, like I said, listen to what people say then and listen to what people say now. For me, I like Dillian Whyte, but I don't think his performance yesterday against Robert Helenius, you could say Helenius was using move. I don't care. Helenius rocked him in round 2, and other than that, he won the rounds and he got the victory, which is most important, getting the W. But by far, that wasn't a star-making performance. You know what I mean? Dillian Whyte didn't look superb. In fact, I thought he lost to Derek Chisora, but I thought he looked better in that fight. And that might sound weird, even though I had him losing to Chisora. I thought overall, from a mechanic standpoint, technical standpoint, vigor and energy, he just looked better in that Chisora fight, even though I had him losing a close fight than he did versus Robert Helenius or whatever his name is, right? So coming off the heels of that doesn't have people, to me, I already knew. I don't think people are screaming for Wilder Whyte now off of that performance. You know what I mean? At all. Now, if he went in there and did what Johan Duhaupas, the guy that Wilder knocked out, if he did what he did to Robert Helenius, then maybe people are like, oh shit, Whyte's back. The body snatch, you know what I mean? Stopped him with a body shot or something. Then they'd be, oh, body snatcher's back. Now I really am craving Wilder. Go through, prove you can get through Dillian Whyte, who's tough. Right, prove that, and then you get Joshua or something. But come on, man, like this. Listen, I'm gonna go over it again in case you're just joining the stream. We get to the actual factuals here. In this post-fight press conference, Eddie Hearn, matchroom, Dillian Whyte was right there. He's all for Deontay Wilder coming to the UK to fight this man, Dillian Whyte. But as you see in the Fight Hype interview, Eddie Hearn refuses to guarantee Joshua for Wilder, even if he takes the Whyte fight, and he explains why. And his explanation he didn't say that, he just says, oh, it doesn't work like that. This is, you know what I mean, this is for this particular fight. It'll build your profile, blah blah blah. That's not a good. That's not, to me. That's not a good explanation to me. And realistically, and I told you my opinion, listen to what people say then and now, Wilder, a champion, shouldn't have to go through a challenger, and even especially, like I said, a challenger who's not even coming off a phenomenal performance, you know what I'm saying, to get to another champion. I don't agree with that. But even if you wanted to make that to raise his profile, even though we all know that's bullshit, you know what I'm saying, it's not just about throwing money his way, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But I think Wilder's request is not really, it's not, how do you say it? It's not ridiculous. He's saying, I'm going to come handle your lightweight, you know what I mean? I'm going to handle Dillian Whyte in the UK, in his backyard, right? And all I want for doing that is the proper money, and I want to guarantee that you're going to make the Joshua fight. And Hearn's not even willing to do that. I mean, like I said, there's nothing else for me to say. The game sounds shook. I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like it's going to be another Canelo versus Triple G situation. The bottom line, where the pressure and waking up every fucking day and people saying fight Wilder, fight Bomb Squad, putting bombs and shit on AJ and Eddie Hearn's page is gonna take for some dumb shit like that from some social media epidemic for the fight to get made. Because this is telling you everything else. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of UK guys, when I've been talking about this before, they're like, oh, you chat shit, a bunch of bullocks, you chat shit, get banged and all this extra shit. But this, he's telling you right here, Eddie Hearn, he's not, he said, I'm not guaranteeing Joshua. I mean, what, like, how is it, honestly, how is that not fair? So again, making the champion travel to the UK, and let's talk about that. In my opinion, and like I said, listen to what people said then and now, in my opinion, in front of 70,000 fans that paid money, whatever range of ticket prices they paid, I thought the stoppage for Joshua Takam was bullshit. Now, there's a lot of people, see, Young Ego Valley, I tell you guys all the time, they're only here to cause distractions. That's what it is. People are here to cause distractions. What people will say is, oh, Takam was losing. I don't give a fuck. Him losing has nothing to do with it. Give the man the honor and the dignity to see if he can survive and maybe possibly at least push Joshua to the brink. You know what I mean? And push Joshua 12 rounds. You at least owed him that. He was wiping blood out of his eyes. Both eyes had cuts. He was fighting with valor. He was actually doing better in the second half of the fight than he was doing in the beginning of the fight. So the ref, to me, owed that to Takam, just to let it finish in a traditional fashion instead of letting him slip 2-3 punches and then putting the motherfucker in a headlock where he catches a hook and then waving it off. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So back to the UK. Wilder, the champion, has to deal with potential outcomes like that. Like, Dillian Whyte got power. So what if some shit Wilder had something in his eye, got hit with a hard shot, and then the ref hurried up and waved it. Now, and then Dillian Whyte would be a new champion like that, and he lost his belts. You know what I mean? Or like I said earlier, listen to what people say then and now. I had Derek Chisora. I've only watched the fight once live because I was covering Terrence Crawford fight. That day, see, I've been doing this so long where shit sticks with me. I had a nice hotel in Omaha. I was covering Terrence Crawford versus John Molina, and that day was action-packed. You had Joshua fighting Eric Molina, you had Dillian Whyte fighting Chisora on the undercard, and then you also had, in the States, you had Julian J. Rock Williams versus Jamal Charlo, Abner Matas versus Jesus Cuellar. So I watched all those fights, you know what I mean, in one night, because it was, I think, December 10th. You guys can fact check me. And you had Luis Ortiz on that card too, against somebody, Dave Allen or somebody. But so I watched the Dillian Whyte fight versus Derek Chisora, close contest, but I had Derek Chisora winning. Never went back and watched it or nothing, but from what I remember, I had Derek Chisora winning. I'm like, I think he edged that. So again, Wilder, the champion, has to deal with that type of stuff. What if it's a close fight, Dillian Whyte's durable enough to go the distance, then, you know what I mean, you lose your belt on a technicality that could have went either way. So it is a risk going to the UK. Not that it doesn't have nothing to do with being confident, because at the end of the day, things beyond your control can happen when you're fighting in hostile territory. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I like I said, I don't think Deontay Wilder, him asking for a Joshua guarantee, for he's succumbing to everything else. I'll fight in Dillian Whyte's backyard. I'm the champion, and I'll travel as a champion for a guy that's like, you know what I mean, not even a belt holder, right? He's doing all that. It's like in boxing, you kind of have to give and take. It can't just be favorable for one side. You know what I'm saying? Like even like big fights like Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Floyd had Showtime commentators, but Jim Lampley was still there. HBO was still there. You know what I mean? Floyd couldn't just run the show and not have Lampley or HBO personnel on deck too. You know what I mean? There's some give and take, even though Floyd was the bigger star. So I don't think what Wilder's asking for, a guarantee for Joshua, is that bad. And Eddie Hearn saying, oh, it doesn't work like that. It can work like that. And you know how I know? Because I've seen it work like that. We all knew, here's an example, we all knew that Andre Ward, when he signed a multi-fight deal, I think it was 3 fights with HBO, he had to fight Kovalev. I talked to Kathy Duver from Main Events. I have the interview. I talked to Ward's side. I have the interview. And we all knew, well before Ward Kovalev 1 and 2, we knew that it was happening. We knew this because that was part of the HBO deal. That was part of his multi-fight deal, was take your little tune-ups, but we want to see you scrap with Kovalev. He's the champion. You're moving up. We want you to crescendo to that. So, so it can happen like that. Eddie Hearn saying, "Oh, it doesn't work like it can." If you the promoter, what do you mean it can't work? You promote Dillian Whyte and you promote Joshua, so it absolutely can work like that if you wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? And see, Wilder still would have to get past Bermane Stiverne and still have to get past Whyte. You know what I'm saying? So you're making it sound like the Whyte fight is so dangerous for him. Then you should definitely guarantee it, because you know he won't get past Whyte. See, I be thinking of points just on the fly. Listen to what I just said. If you are so confident that Dillian Whyte beats, right? If you're so confident Dillian Whyte beats Wilder because Wilder's bum squad and all this shit, then why don't you make the guarantee? Because you know at the end of the day, he's not going to get past Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? If you're that confident. Because it wouldn't matter, because if Wilder, listen, if Wilder loses to Dillian Whyte, right, he would no longer have a belt. So then that's a built-in excuse why Joshua Wilder doesn't need to happen, because Wilder would no longer be a champion. So they would obviously make a Dillian Whyte 2 fight, a guy that Joshua's already beaten, because he's now a WBC champion. So see, I'm telling y'all don't want it with new media. This is the fucked up thing with the lie. Lies require more work. When someone's not being 100% truthful, it requires more. It requires a lot more. But like I said, if you were so confident that Dillian Whyte is the man to beat Deontay Wilder, make the guarantee. Because you know the road stops with Dillian Whyte. He becomes the WBC champion because you say he'll beat Wilder, and then now you can make Joshua versus Parker. You can make a rematch with Dillian Whyte, the new WBC champion. So it just, like I said, what people are saying is not adding up in this equation. Everyone's saying Wilder's ducking Dillian Whyte, right? Eddie Hearn saying, oh, it's a tough fight. Dillian Whyte, he's the man to beat Wilder. Then make the guarantee, because you'll know that. I would guarantee something if I knew that they couldn't even get past the first challenge. Why not? And somebody answer that for me, because I haven't even really been reading comments. I've just been off the top. So somebody answer that with me. Why wouldn't you make the guarantee if you know that he can't get past Dillian Whyte? Or you were confident that Dillian Whyte would disrupt things? Somebody answer that, please. I'm taking a break. because he's shook. He's scared. Hearn shook. See? Why? Like, how could, like, I have no kids, but let's say I had a kid and the kid was the next Roy Jones Jr., right? And someone wanted me to make a bet, and I knew the other kid couldn't get past my kid. There's no way they could get past my kid. Then why wouldn't I make a guarantee or whatever bet? Because I know there's no way you fucking with me. You know what I mean? Just like when Mayweather was like, oh, you so confident, Conor McGregor? Bet your whole purse. Floyd would have did it because he got money regardless. But Conor McGregor, when he said that, he looked all quiet because you're not that confident. So that's how you can expose false confidence. If Conor McGregor was, listen, when Conor was asked to bet his whole purse, he said, bet your whole fucking purse. And then you look at Conor McGregor and he looked kind of like, nah, like he didn't look too confident in that bet. You know what I'm saying? So that's new media, man. We can tell false confidence from real confidence. And honestly, I feel like Wilder playing by your rules, saying he'll come out to the UK to fight a guy that you're creating as a roadblock to Joshua, and all he's asking for is, you know, I mean, good money for his travel and the risk or whatever you want to say, and a guarantee for Joshua. Yeah, I seen Lou DiBella's. Listen, I agree with Lou DiBella, what he's been tweeting, what he's been talking about regarding this fight. It just makes more sense to me. Wilder is a bum, so is Joshua. Tyson Fury is the man. Tyson Fury is on the sidelines, so if you keep putting stupid shit, you'll probably just get blocked off the rip. Nobody's trying to hear what you're talking about. Nobody believes that shit you shoving. Tyson Fury has to come back, and has to come back correct. End of story. You know what I mean? You're just calling out people who would knock you out, bums. Chill. But back to the subject at hand. This is telling you everything you know. Eddie Hearn refuses to guarantee Joshua, even if he wins and beats White in the UK. So listen to what people say, people. Listen to what's being said. The whole pretense is Wilder ain't beat nobody. Wilder should come to the UK, get some fans by fighting a tough guy like Dillian Whyte, who's from England, right? But what's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? You know what I mean? So he does that. Let's say he knocks out Dillian Whyte, right? He knocks him out, and then he just has to go back to America, and he doesn't know if he'll ever get the Joshua fight ever. That's stupid. You know what I mean? Because the whole thing is, you see, that's why I say, when people are not being 100% truthful, you can always break it down. The whole reason that Eddie Hearn is cited for Deontay Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte is to build up the Joshua fight. So why can't you guarantee the Joshua fight if in fact you are trying to build it up? Somebody answer these questions, because I feel these are reasonable questions based on what I'm hearing from the sides. Wilder is fighting bums. Well, you about to fight the block button because you're about to get blocked. Because listen, I could put you in a hot seat and you'll get destroyed. You know what I mean? You know what? We gotta make examples out of some of you. Bye, Jonathan. L, get your ass out of here. Listen, I'm not in the mood. If you guys are not contributing to the conversation, get that easy block. Maybe I'll put some of you guys in a hot seat, but you guys gotta start talking with some sense. You know what I'm saying? We having a block party. Oh, we having a party. Get blocked, Jonathan. We're like all this bum talk. You guys gotta talk like adults. You guys gotta talk with some sense. Even if you're teenagers or whatever, shit, you gotta talk with some type of facts. Fucking with me. Yeah, everyone's bums, and at the end of the day, all these bums would knock Jonathan out. So who cares? Wilder, Joshua, Dillian, all of them would knock Jonathan out. So just chill with all that extra shit. But anyway, this is telling you everything you need to know. Shout out to Macho Man. I'm the real savage too, like Macho Man. It's just why can't Wilder get the guarantee if the whole thing is fighting Dillian Whyte to build up your UK presence? Somebody answer that for me. I'm really looking for an answer. Maybe there's a perspective that I haven't thought of. So if the Dillian Whyte is to give Wilder a UK presence and build his UK catalog and give him a solid name, then why can't you guarantee Joshua if he gets past him? Yo, we got a hot seat victim. Hold on. Let me find it. King Osai. He says, Eddie Hearn says the fight is happening the summer or fall of 2008. So what don't you believe? Okay, so we got a hot seat victim. Everybody got your popcorn. What is there for me to believe? Why? Okay, so he said that. Yes, he said that on national TV. But why do you believe that? Why? What confidence do you have from what else has been said? You're just a man with opinion, and you're just blocked. I tell you, I don't have time for the little snarky, stupid comments. You're just a man with an opinion. No shit. In my opinion, got me to 100,000 plus subscribers. Dummy. Of course, I'm just a man with an opinion. I never said I was God. I said y'all putting stupid stuff. Anyway, where's this dude at? Hot seat. Where you at? Where's that dude at that's in the hot seat? He responded? Hold on. See, the chat's too popping, so I don't get to see all the comments. He said it multiple times over the last few months. Who gives a shit? If I told y'all I was fucking Madonna and I said it multiple times, but you never see me with her, never see any motions in the right direction, would you believe me? You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing, it can happen in 2018, but the whole thing is they don't sound, the team doesn't sound like very confident in making the fight. What confident, other than them saying it? So, put it this way, for everything that they've said that the fight will happen and Wilder will be relieved of his belt, I can name you literally 2 to 3 interviews that give me doubts about that. That's, I don't understand which I don't see how you guys don't understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So for every one time he said the Wilder fight will happen or will relieve Wilder of his belts, I can show you 2 or 3 interviews and sources where Team Joshua is making it sound like, nah, I don't know if it'll happen. So it's don't blame me for not having confidence. Okay, they said, listen, see, this is how we burn people in the hot seat, people, because y'all can't fuck with it. Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, said we will relieve Wilder of his belt in 2018, right? Everybody heard that on the Carlos Takam post fight. Everybody heard Hearn say we'll relieve Joshua of his belt on national TV, Showtime, Sky Sports. Everybody heard that, right? Can I get a yes? Can I get an amen? Let me know, because I want to make sure you guys are on the same page when I bury you, right? So, okay, 1 yes, amen, yes. Okay, so it's not just me. People heard Eddie Hearn say that. Yet, 5 minutes later, when he's backstage at the post-fight presser, shout out to Hype, he says Eddie Hearn refuses to guarantee Joshua for Wilder if he takes the Whyte fight, but he explains why, right?
Need to know in the next 2 weeks, do you want to fight? I know that on February the 3rd is nothing. You know the offer, maybe there's a little bit more juice in the offer. We'll chat about that. But that's it, that's all we need to know. If not, we'll move on. But there isn't anybody else that I believe his broadcasters and his network want. Paying up a load of money in Brazil again, or, you know, something like this. So, you know, 50 days, like,
So that's why. So if I listen, that's, You guys are acting like this is like rocket science. If I said, yo, I'm fucking Madonna, like a virgin, right? And then 5 minutes later, I say something that kind of doesn't support it, would you believe me? Would you believe what I just said? Because it's cool to say whatever on national TV, because it's like all the cameras on you, but on YouTube and like, you know what I mean, random media places who are a little bit small. Like, what, name a YouTube channel that's bigger reach-wise than Sky Sports and Showtime Boxing? None. Because if that was the case, all these YouTube channels would have spots on DirecTV and network cable like Showtime. So again, it's easy to say whatever on national TV while all the cameras are rolling, you know what I mean, because everyone's gonna pull quotes from that, but then go back to the media room, the post-press fight conference, and then say something that kind of doesn't really support. Listen, if somebody said, I don't know UK time, but let's say 8:05 p.m., 8:05, Eddie Hearn says, we will relieve the belt off of Wilder. And then at 8:35, when he's doing a post-fight presser with Dillian Whyte, he says, no, I'm not guaranteeing, even if Wilder comes to the UK to beat Dillian Whyte and to fight him, and he gets past him, I'm still not guaranteeing Joshua. Does that give you confidence that the fight absolutely will happen? Be honest with yourself. Like I said, this is not about if you like me. I don't care if you like me. But I'm asking you guys real from the heart, whether you're from the UK, you could be born on Joshua's block or Eddie Hearn's neighborhood. Your last name could be Hearn. I'm asking, does that make sense to you, and does that give you faith and confidence? Like, be honest. From where you stand, does that give you confidence? Yo, y'all getting pathetic, man. Of course it's not gonna give you confidence, because I mean, what if a fighter did that? What if Wilder? Okay, so we'll switch it. What if Wilder's like, I'm gonna take them Bob Squad. I'm gonna take them 2 belts off Anthony Joshua, and then you seen the interview from 20 minutes after that interview, and Wilder was like, man, there's no guarantee I fight Joshua. I don't know. If I beat Hearn, I don't know what will happen. Would you be like, what happened to all that? You gonna take the belt from him? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So there's no wonder why people like me have doubts about the fight. It's because of what's being said. We're gonna relieve Wilder of the WBC belt, yet we're gonna refuse, even if he does what I want him to do, coming to the UK. I'm telling you, this is not getting good, because people are starting to notice it, and boxing fans aren't stupid. Not to say that they ever were stupid, but social media, new media, we just getting stronger. Ego army just getting stronger as time goes on. So we're gonna keep beating these dead horses. You know how they say, oh, don't beat a dead horse? We beating that horse until it's dust. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what boxing needs. We've had a phenomenal 2017 year, and let's keep it going. Let's keep it, you know what I mean? Let's keep it trill, and let's keep it moving in the right direction. Because in my opinion, with 2 months 2 months left of the year, boxing have murdered UFC. Murdered. Between fights getting canceled for people who dehydrated and shit, Amanda Nunes, and then Amanda Nunes still fights the girl, and it's controversial who won. Conor McGregor got knocked out by a boxer. Khabib Nurmagomedov got dehydrated, missed his fight with Tony Ferguson. UFC ain't, like, what action have they really seen? John Jones tested positive. Nick Diaz can't get a fucking fight. They're like blackballed. Boxing on the kill zone. Boxing is murdering. So I want to keep this up. I don't want to regress because the fights that we want as a public don't happen because of politics. Period. So if you don't be mad at me or people like me who have doubts because the doubts are coming from somewhere. Like, it's not like I just woke up like, oh, Wilder Joshua can't happen. It might not happen. That's not what happened. But when I hear certain stuff, oh, we'll relieve the belt from Wilder. But then I hear two other things that doesn't sound like they're in the direction of the fight actually happening. Then of course I'm gonna have doubts. Because even Joshua, I wanted Joshua to call Wilder out. You just knocked out Takam, even though it was kind of controversial, but you did it. 20-0, 20 knockouts. Wilder is screaming on Joshua right now. He's screaming on him, and you know what I'm saying. That's the top of conversation. Just like at a point, Floyd and Pacquiao. People didn't care what Floyd was talking about. If he was facing Cotto, Guerrero, they wanted to talk about Pacquiao. And that's what's happening with boxing. We build these matchups in our head, and these names become synonymous. Right now is Joshua versus Wilder. Maybe at a point it was Joshua versus Hay, Joshua versus Fury. But right now, the names that are synonymous is Joshua versus Wilder. Just like Canelo versus Triple G. And the fans are fixated, and they won't stop until they see it. Bringing down Lomachenko, now we're getting it. Period. And the other thing, you had to look at the promoter tactics. Why does Wilder have to go to the UK to fight Dillian Whyte? Everyone knows Dillian Whyte's from the UK. So even if he fought him in Alabama, UK people would probably tune in because it's one of their own fighting an American champion. So they would want to see the title shot. But obviously, that's a promoter tactic to give Dillian Whyte home court advantage so he doesn't have to be jet laggy, or, you know what I'm saying? He could be fully ready. He could have all of his support. He could have all his family and people show up. You know what I mean? Kell Brook came over to fight Sean Porter. Yeah. And that's what happens a lot of times. You're trying to fight a guy for their title. Sean Porter was the IBF champion at the time. Kell Brook wanted that title. Just like Errol Spence. You feel me? Errol Spence went over to Kell Brook's, not just in England, he went to Kell Brook's literal backyard, Sheffield, where they had the football games or whatever, right? But Dillian Whyte gets to have his title shot at home. Because if I'm not mistaken, Dillian Whyte, when he fought Joshua, I don't think he was a champion at the time. You know what I'm saying? So you notice other people, like even Eddie Hearn's own, Kell Brook, he had to go to America to claim his stake. And then when Spence took the title off of him, he had to go to the UK. But Dillian Whyte gets to chill in the O2 Arena, which is nearby him, and the champion Wilder has to travel and not get a guarantee. It makes more money in the UK. Who gives a shit? Does he appear like he's broke? I've seen him. He has nice watches, and I seen him in Vegas. He had nice watches. His girl looks good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's just starving for cash right now. So you got to make business decisions. Again, all these other champions. So you think if Sean Porter came to the UK to fight Kell Brook for the title shot, it might have did better than the StubHub or wherever they had it. So they didn't make that fight in the UK because, once again, Sean Porter was the champion. He don't have to travel. If you do, that's just an extra. You know what I'm saying? Making excuses. Yo, funky jingles, I'm not in the mood. And I can tell you from the UK, because people in America don't really say mate. Mate, what are you on about? I'm gonna show you what I'm on about when I block your ass. If you can't comprehend simple English, right, then that's your fault. You talk, mate, what are you on about? I'm telling you what I'm on about. And I'm not chatting shit and bullocks and all this extra shit. I'm telling you what I'm talking about. Y'all, like, it's looking bad. It's like, it's actually looking pathetic. Mate, it's looking pathetic, mate. Like, what the fuck? Like, these fans are really making excuses. Making excuses to not see a great fight. I ain't never heard it. I ain't never seen some shit like this. You're a boxing fan. You should want to drink beer, or if you drink, right? Drink alcohol, drink soda, right? and see good fights. Motherfuckers turn into politicians and promoters and PR people and attorneys, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh yeah, look, here, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you yo, y'all gotta get the likes up. We got 275 people. We don't even have 200 likes. We only have 132. Listen, we gotta get the likes up because I got a pack still so I could cover this fight this week. I got shit to do. You know, I'm not even trying to be rude, but I'm just saying we got a ton of people in here and the likes aren't up to par with what we should at least be by 200. I've been on almost an hour. Like I said, if not, I'll just start packing for this Wilder trip. But anyway, and y'all in the comment section support and encourage people to like. Just remind people so I don't have to keep stopping the stream to do it. But it's like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give y'all an example. This is like, it's like I'll always love boxing, but I won't always love the politics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like threatening like I'm going away or whatever. But it's getting to a point where it's like it's discouraging and disheartening to hear fans talk like this, like, or alleged fans. That's a good point. Someone said fanboys. It's like I don't know, man. I can't. It hurts my heart that boxing fans are talking like this. But look it. So I tweeted this. I just want you guys to see. I would have liked to hear Anthony Joshua call out Deontay Wilder. Like, just, and someone's like, oh, it's not his style. That's an excuse. Wilder's screaming on you right now. Why not call him out? You don't have to say like, oh, your mother's a this and that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to trash talk and all that. But it'd be like, say a name. You know what I mean? People, it's never been a bad thing. Period. You know what I mean? I've never heard boxing fans really get mad at someone, a champion at that, for calling out another champion. So listen, this is what I'm talking about with these fans. Would have liked to hear AJ call out Wilder. Your boy Gunner, he says it would have been nice, but Wilder isn't selling out 80 to 90,000 seater stadiums, so AJ doesn't need him for now. And I put excuses. Yo, what the fuck is this? Fans really talk like this? Wilder isn't selling out 80 to 90,000 seater stadiums, so AJ doesn't need him? And like, you obviously you guys seen, and I said, and this is what's wrong with boxing. Fans accept and make excuses to prevent great fights from happening. Fans talk like they are the promoters. So Anthony Joshua shouldn't fight another champion, a champ that's been a champion longer than himself, because Deontay Wilder can't sell 80 to 90,000 seats, so this A-side Joshua doesn't need him? Boxing fans are becoming pathetic. Using this logic, no big fights should ever happen unless both fighters are capable of selling out 50,000 seats or better. So Gennady Golovkin, Errol Spence Jr., etc. should never get big fights because they haven't sold out a stadium. Fact of the matter is, most boxers aren't doing those type of numbers routinely. And if Wilder's title and drawing power is not big enough, then how can you justify Joshua fighting Carlos Takam, Dominique Breazeale, Charles Martin, Eric Molina after Chris Arreola and Wilder stopped him, right? If selling out 80,000 seats is a prerequisite. And not all those guys were Joshua's mandatories, so don't try to use that as an excuse. I'm about sick of these new age boxing fans full of fear. I see why guys like Guillermo Rigondeaux and Errol Spence struggled to get the top fights that they requested because of what fans accept. Hashtag excuses. And I meant every word of that. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. Yeah, this be the realest shit I ever wrote. These fans are fucking pathetic. Let's just talk about it. Fans are fucking pathetic. So now, because Wilder, listen to what I'm saying. Because Wilder, okay, he hasn't sold 80,000, 90,000. See, this one, like, now I'm about to go Ego Valley on your motherfuckers. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. This is why these fans like that talk like that are pathetic. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Because fans like that are making excuses for two champions not ever locking horns and fighting. That's one reason. Two, let's be real. Joshua just recently started this year selling 80, 90,000 seats. He did 70,000 plus for this Kubrat Pulev / Takam fight, and he did 90,000 at the other fight in April or whatever versus Klitschko. But that also was because Klitschko was a well-known person, fought in Germany a lot, and it was a big fight, right? So, first of all, don't make it like Joshua had been putting up these numbers since he came out the gates. You know what I'm saying? He did it this year. He's a big star. Congrats to him for that. Second of all, there's this thing called demographics. The UK is like the size of Texas. I used to live in the UK. It's not that big. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a tight-knit community. Certain things, I'm not saying don't have no racism, but certain things that we have in America, like police brutality and killing innocent kids and taking knees and shit, some of those things aren't prevalent over there in the UK as much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's no racism or nothing, but America is just a lot bigger, and you got people from all walks of life, different places that migrate to the U.S. If Anthony Joshua came to the United States, I promise you he's not selling 80,000. He won't sell 80,000. I put that on, he won't sell 80,000. You know what I'm saying? In America, Canelo probably has a better chance of that. Like, you put Canelo in, whatever, like the AT&T Stadium or some shit, or whatever, Alamo Dome, he's doing like 51,000. I don't think Joshua, if he fought in Texas, if you bring Joshua to the fucking Alamo Dome, he's not doing 80,000. I promise you that. He's doing that right now because the UK is just great and they support their own. And the other thing you got to look at, Eagle Valley style, just look at it and analyze what I'm saying. I promise you won't be able to prove me wrong, but you can try. Is America is just, the makeup is different. In America, boxing is competing with UFC, another fighting sport, and nationally syndicated governing bodies like the NBA, the NFL. Right now we're doing the World Series, right, with MLB baseball and hockey. You go to the fucking UK, what y'all got? Y'all got like football, soccer shit, and cricket, rugby, and you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not pop. Their basketball is not what the NBA is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got rugby, cricket, football, and shit like that. So boxing can stay at the top. It can stay. Even the UFC, I don't think the UFC. I don't know. I don't know about MMA. I don't know how big it is in England. I know you got a couple people like Michael Bisping and shit, but I mean it's different. You got LeBron James, Steph Curry, and all types of shit in America. You know what I mean? Let alone baseball, all the big stars and stuff like that. Football is huge in the UK. No shit. Who said it wasn't huge? What are you talking about? See, people like you don't listen. You guys need to learn to listen and comprehend. I never once said that UK football is not huge. The whole point is you guys have less main sports to focus on. You don't have MLB baseball with the World Series and teams like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the San Francisco Giants, right? Like that get major love and sell out venues. Y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have NFL's on right now while I'm doing this live stream. You know, you're not competing against that. So football could be as huge as it wants. Rugby and cricket could be, but it's not. You don't have as many sports. You don't have as many sports to compete. No, you don't. Someone said, yeah. Okay, we got another hot seat victim. Yes, we do. Funky Juggles. We about to juggle your ass out of here. So you said you have, okay, so who's your LeBron James? You said you have your basketball's as popping as America basketball. Who's your LeBron James or Steph Curry? We about to juggle you the fuck up out of here. Everybody get your popcorn. No, we about to juggle. Of course football's a big sport. I never said it wasn't. But again, you're not competing. Football's big here too. And you're competing with it. Come on, juggle. We about to juggle you the fuck up out of here. Ego, you wrong. Horseshoe. Man, don't talk to me about no fucking horseshoe and cricket. Please stop. Where is Juggle at? He said I'm wrong. Okay, we'll prove this. Yo, where's Juggles at? Dan, you're not even in the hot seat, but you sound stupid. Soccer is bigger globally than those American sports. But we have soccer in America too. It's just not as big. So we have soccer, hockey, NFL, MLB, NBA, UFC. UFC is based in Las Vegas. They're not based in London. Top Rank Boxing is based in Las Vegas. Mayweather Promotion in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? We got all of these major big sports and sports team. We got America. Some of y'all are, I don't know what kind of school y'all went to, but some of y'all sound extremely dumb. I just told you the UK size-wise is not as big as America. We know that. Is anyone trying to argue that point? Please tell me. Please tell me no one's trying to argue that. The UK is like the size of Texas. Now, if you go to Texas, look at what sports we have. The Houston Texans, or the Houston Texans, and their fucking owner saying stupid shit about inmates, right? We got the Dallas Cowboys. You got the Longhorns, right? So you have a ton of big teams just in Texas. That's just on some Texas shit. The Houston Rockets, right? That's just in Texas only. You are not fucking. Think about how many California teams are there? We got the San Francisco 49ers, Oakland Raiders, the Oakland A's, San Francisco Giants, Golden State Warriors, right? We got the Chargers, we got the Rams, we got who else is in here in this bitch? The Lakers, the Clippers, the Dodgers, of course. They're in the World Series. And so there's no way how can the UK, the UK is not even big enough. They don't have teams in every, like, y'all sound stupid. The Anaheim Ducks, Sacramento Kings, the Angel, oh my gosh. See, and then the San Jose Sharks. We got we got teams everywhere. We got teams everywhere. The UK is not like that. That's why everybody from certain regions like the same teams, because you know what I mean. What's the football team in Sheffield? What's the football team in Sheffield called? Sheffield United. Thank you. Sheffield United. Yeah, so if you're from Sheffield, you're probably rocking with them. But if you live in California, you might hate the Warriors but love the Lakers. The whole game is different in America. And a lot of you dummies that are saying stuff from the UK, you never been to America, so you don't know how vast it is. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. And it's very apparent. There's a lot to choose from. So, okay. For example, Sheffield United. Here, I got an example for you guys. Sheffield United. Name how many boxing fights have been in there in the last 2 years. Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. What else? What else? Somebody tell me another boxing fight that's been there. No, it's not off topic. You off topic. Now, if I tell you a venue, like let's say the Oracle, Andre Ward has fought there multiple times in the last couple of years. The Warriors play there. If we talk about the Staples Center, there's been a couple of fights that have been at the Staples Center, and that's just one thing. There's been UFC fights here at the Honda Center, at the Staples Center. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. StubHub Center. Oh my gosh, how many great fights have been at the StubHub Center? But anyway, the bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. Fans are making excuses. Look at what Wilder isn't selling out 80 to 90,000 seat stadiums, so AJ doesn't need him. What fan talks like this? What fan says a champion doesn't need another champion? Crazy. The Barclays? Yeah, how many fights have been at the Barclays? Fucking Nets play there. And listen, the worst part about it is all the dumb shit y'all saying, you guys get caught up in it and you don't realize it. You see, it's easy for you to say, oh, ego, your bullocks made rubbish, you chat shit and all this, but you're not proving me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's what I'm waiting for. MGM, that's what I'm saying. The cost for lighting in Las Vegas per month is probably more than the cost of the UK lighting for like a couple of months. They burn through. I seen it on some show how much the light bill would be in Vegas. But anyway, the fans sound pathetic, man. Wilder isn't selling out 80 to 90,000 seats. Who cares? Is Eric Molina selling out 80 to 90,000 seats after being stopped by Areola and Wilder? Honestly. So why is the rule only apply for Wilder, who's champion? You know what I'm saying? Dominic Brazil? He fought on this, I think it was a card with Robert Guerrero and Aaron Martinez at the StubHub, and it was empty. You know what I'm saying? When he was fighting, it was empty. So how did he get a fight with Dominic Brazil? He wasn't no fucking mandatory. I mean, how did he get a fight with AJ? How did Dominic Brazil get a fight? You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden, if you don't sell 80 to 90,000 seats, you ain't popping enough to get an AJ fight. You sound crazy, man. All right, we got another hot seat victim. I'm just gonna start fully eradicating my foes. Will Lepney. Wilder can't sell the Barclays. He can't sell half the Barclays Center though. Okay, so what the fuck does that have to do with Wilder Joshua? You're in the hot seat. Go. We about to start spraying the raid on you bugs. So what does that have to do? Okay, Wilder can't sell out the Barclays. Actually, the Barclays is sold out already. Oh, wow. Yeah, answer please, Will Lenny. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. It's easy to type the dumb shit. Y'all gonna learn sooner than later that this ain't... Okay, just shows that there's bigger fights than him. Okay, so who's the bigger fight? But what does that have to do with Wilder Joshua being a good fight? See, you're better off just not typing anything, because now you're going downward. So what's the bigger fight than him? What's the bigger fight? Why is it taking Lenny so long? In the UK, David Haye. So, let me get this straight. UK fans would rather see a guy with no title because he's from England that got stopped by a cruiserweight than to see two Goliaths with both have titles and knockout power. That's the UK. That's what you're telling me the UK is. So if Haye beats Tony Bellew, a guy who knocked him out at cruiserweight and started out at light heavyweight or whatever, right? You telling me the UK would be more invested in that? You see how bad that you guys sound right now? You see, and this is nothing against the UK, but some of your representation is making the UK look bad. Because from what you're saying, people like Lenny Kravitz, American woman, you're telling me that the UK will get behind their own so much to the point where there's a bigger fight and they're not going to support it like Wilder Joshua, right? They're not going to support that just to support a fight because both guys come from England. Yeah, and Haye didn't even beat Cannon Briggs. And see, listen, this is how you know people like Lenny are full of shit. Because how come they're asking Eddie Hearn about Wilder at the post-fight presser? Why are they not asking about Hay? I didn't hear one Hay question. So, once again, I can show my work, like always. The press conference, they're asking him about Wilder. Why are they not asking about, hey, Mr. UK, Mr. England, instead? Come on, Lenny, we waiting on you. We counting on you to let us all down. So why would Lenny, come on, man, we waiting on you. So why would the UK be more down to see the Hay fight when he got stopped by a cruiserweight? Just for avenging his loss to that cruiserweight? They're gonna be like, oh, now I gotta see Hay. What's Hay's last big heavyweight win, where he fought an actual heavyweight? Honestly, I'm asking you. Hey, what's that dude from Mice and Men? Wasn't his name Lenny? He was like retarded. Value, Chisora, and he fought Chisora in like 2014. So that's what I'm saying. I refuse to believe that UK fans are so naive where they can't see a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's like saying if Kell Brook fought Amir Khan, it has to be bigger than if he fought Manny Pacquiao. It doesn't, just because you're both from the UK doesn't mean it's gonna be a huge domestic clash bigger than, or like let's say Kell Brook when he was a welterweight, if he fought Mayweather. If Mayweather came over, it would be bigger than Khan. It would be, I mean, it would be bigger than a Khan fight. It really would. Because when's the last time the UK got a chance to see Mayweather in fight? So that's what a lot of these UK fans, you guys keep saying it like just because both motherfuckers are from the UK by default, it's automatically bigger than a UK fighter fighting someone from elsewhere. That's not true. I don't think that's true at all. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's like Caleb Smith could fight another person from the UK, but if he were to fight somebody else were to travel to the UK from the States, a top name like I don't know who, fucking Badu Jack, that doesn't mean he's gonna be it's automatically gonna be bigger because it's domestic. Let's vote on Lenny's casket. If Lenny got that L for Lenny, put your L's up. Put your L's up. One of my mods off with Lenny's head. I'm telling y'all, anyone could type whatever. It's easier to do that. It's easier to type it than to back it up. You talking about Wilder ain't sold out the Barclays? Who cares? Like, listen, hold on. Once I see Lenny's name, and when it says Lenny has been banned because he got his L, then I'll move on to the next point that I'm trying to make. Lenny just caught a body. Or Lenny just got bodied. Where's Lenny at? One of my mods, please eradicate Lenny. David Hay beat Arnold Gretsch. I'm done. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't even know how to pronounce his name. It looked like, you ever like pocket dial somebody? That's what his last name looks like. GRJERGAX. Like, what the fuck is that? When your phone is just in your pocket and starts dialing somebody? Thank you, Cam. Lenny has been executed. Lenny's gone. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these commenters from the UK are under this impression that just because two guys are from the UK, it's automatically going to be a more massive fight. I don't believe that. I believe there's guys from other walks of life, other places, that could be bigger fights than a domestic fight. David Hay being one of them. Why Why would the UK listen? Somebody answer this for me. Why would the UK be more vested in David Haye versus Joshua when he got stopped by a cruiserweight, hasn't had a big marquee heavyweight body in a while, he retired for 3 years and has no belt? But you're telling me the Wilder fight is smaller? I can't see that. You know what I mean? And again, if the Haye fight is so big, why are all the questions on all these YouTube channels and fight hypes and everything, why are they all directed towards Wilder Joshua and not Joshua versus Haye? Please explain that to me. Please explain why nobody, like go to Fight Hype or when Ellie Sekback or whoever, right? Go to these channels and tell me why there's no 5 or 6 videos about Wilder or Joshua and David Haye right now. Explain that to me. If that's the bigger fight and that's what's on everyone's mind, like for example, Mayweather-Pacquiao, no matter who either guy was fighting, you could go to any, like let's say Floyd was fighting Cotto, you could go to a Floyd Cotto interview and people would be like, fight Pacquiao in the comment section. You Pacquiao fighting Algieri or whoever, and then people would be like, well, Mayweather. They would have to bring it up, period. But no, I haven't really even heard anybody talking about Haye versus Joshua at the moment. I haven't seen 6 or 7 videos interviewing David Haye asking him about Joshua. I know he said he wanted to fight Joshua, but I mean, you got to get past Tony Bellew. So it's called misdirection tactics. They try to direct you into, just because Haye's from England and Joshua's from England, they're trying to misdirect you and make it like that's automatically bigger. Even the Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, whole reason why he said he was doing coke and all that is because he didn't like his life because he felt it was a witch hunt. So to me, it sounds like some of the UK is against him. That's all Huey Fury, Peter Fury, and Tyson Fury be talking about, is how the media is against him and it's a witch hunt and stuff like that. So people are trying to say the Tyson Fury fight's way bigger for Joshua, way bigger than Wilder. But it sounds like the UK is split on if they even like the Furies, because they don't like the traveler gypsy shit and they don't like the lifestyle. And Fury's been on record saying he's felt ostracized and doesn't get the full support for beating Klitschko. So why are people trying to make it like that fight is bigger when it sounds like Tyson Fury doesn't even feel he's getting maximum love like AJ's getting because he's clean cut? See, it's misdirection tactics. Misdirection. Oh, UK, Tyson Fury. You just assume because they're both from England that it's bigger. You assume it's bigger. But again, why is Tyson Fury feel like he doesn't get full support from the UK? From being a traveler and he feels there's a lot of prejudice and judgment on him if it's just bigger. And again, why are they not asking Eddie Hearn about Tyson Fury at the post-fight press conference? Because Tyson Fury gained too much weight and we haven't seen him back, so no one's really worried about that until, like, I gotta see Tyson Fury fight somebody, like fight Amir Mansour or somebody to let us know you're back, and then you can start talking about a Joshua fight. But like I said, misdirection tactics. But new media, we always get to the bottom of it. Yeah, I have no interest in Joshua Fury until I see Fury come back against someone who's not a champion in a tune-up style fight, to see what he's looking like on the weigh-in and on the scale, to see where his weight's at, see what he's looking like. I have no interest in a Joshua Fury fight until that happens, because he's been out since 2015. Crazy. And then, like I said, fans making these excuses. Wilder, he can't sell out. He doesn't sell 80 to 90. First of all, Joshua just started selling that high, 70 to 90,000, right? This year, he started selling that much. You know what I mean? Before, it might have been 20, 30,000 or something. But he just started doing them 70, 90,000 huge ass things or whatever, huge ass events this year. Second of all, so whoever Joshua, like, listen, not everyone has that star power. You know what I mean? So from using that logic, I don't want to see Joshua fight no person unless they have, before Joshua, they have on their resume that they've sold out 50,000 or better at a venue or stadium. If that's the prerequisite. If that's the prerequisite. But once again, we know that's bullshit. What the fuck is Gary Cornish selling? Where he at? How many has he sold? How many times has he even main evented when he wasn't fighting Joshua? Where's his sales at? See, that's how I know you guys are full of shit. If this big, massive venue, oh, Wilder can't sell out the Barclays. Could Gary Cornish come out and sell out the Barclays? Is he main eventing and selling out UK 30,000, 40,000 venues? Somebody explain these things to me. And the reason I'm doing these videos talking about it is because that's what I like to do. I like to speak my mind, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to elevate boxing. I'm trying to make this go back in the right direction, and I'm trying to make it easier. I'm telling you, it'll be much easier. Just say you ain't trying to fight Wilder for you want to build up to it or something. Period. I would at least respect that. Say, hey, we're gonna make this money. There's no reason to get in there with Wilder right now. I would respect that a lot more. But don't make it like he's bum squad with all this shit the fans are doing. He's bum squad and he ain't fought no one. He not selling 80, 90. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cornish fights in small arenas in Scotland and lost to Sexton, a British level gatekeeper. That's what I'm saying. Those fights got made. So don't make it like if you ain't selling out venues, we ain't trying to hear from you. Because Dominic Brazil, listen. Oh my gosh. Dominic Brazil was not Joshua's mandatory. Anyone try to argue that? Anyone try to argue if Dominic Brazil was his mandatory? Anyone want the hot seat? No? Nobody wants a hot seat? Okay. So, once again, Dominic Brazil was not Joshua's mandatory. He was a champion at the time he fought Dominic Brazil, right? Brazil is not even that known in America. So I know Wilder is more known than Brazil because Brazil's still co-main eventing. When Wilder fights in America, he's getting to fight hometown fights and he's the main event. When's the last time Wilder's been on somebody's co-main event? Dominic Brazil still fights on co-main event, yet that fight was made for Joshua. And for what it's worth, Wilder and his brother, I guess, beat up Brazil in the hotel lobby or some shit and said he's gonna kill his kids. So, I mean, clearly Wilder's a bigger name. But no one had a problem with Dominic Brazil fighting. Yeah, it's allegedly. It sounded kind of, the story sounded kind of weird to me. So why didn't y'all say that Brazil had to fight Dillian Whyte? Brazil got to sell out 70, 80, 90,000 seats. Brazil can't sell out the Barclays. Why didn't y'all say that, huh? See, that's the difference between being factual and having fallacies and lies in your argument. Because when there's lies attached, then it's easy to catch people up. You know what I mean? Nobody complained, including me, when Joshua fought Brazil. No one told Brazil, oh, you got to build up your UK presence and fight Dillian Whyte. No one said that, right? And I didn't say nothing about it because I understood it. Eddie Hearn, he's building up his champion, probably his first title defense, guy with an undefeated resume. Didn't look great versus Mansour, but he got the job done. So, of course, you know what I mean? Of course, he, you know what I mean, he's trying to build up his guy. I have no problem with that. I'm realistic, so I don't have a problem with stuff like that. You know what I mean? But when the fans start coming in and saying that Wilder ain't sold, and Brazil wasn't even a champion. So Brazil was undefeated. He's about the same height as Wilder, but we know Wilder hits harder. Brazil wasn't a champion. Wilder is. You know what I mean? But Wilder got to go fight Dillian Whyte in February at the O2 Arena to build up his profile. And like, come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to hear fans talk like this. Like they the promoters. Like they getting a cut of Joshua's money or Eddie Hearn's money. I just don't see it. Yo, Funky Juggles, you were supposed to be banned because you got burned in the hot seat. And see, I don't know how he got past it, but Juggles somehow got past the system, and he's leaving stupid shit. He said Wilder's gonna demand so much more money than Brazil, but you don't know. You don't know what he's demanding. You have to negotiate to know that. You don't know how much he's willing to do with it. He might be wanting to get them 2 extra belts because he wants to be undisputed. You know what I mean? I think that's what this boils down to. Just the gravy train. They know that Joshua's making a lot of money, selling crazy amounts, fighting whoever, so they can keep that train running. Because if Joshua loses his belts, that's gonna be a big hit. You know what I mean? In an IFL interview, Hearn said Wilder wants $7 million to fight Whyte. Who gives a shit? I don't care if he wants $30 million, because the whole thing is he shouldn't have to fight Whyte to get a crack at the other guy. They're both champions. So I don't really care about this whole $7 million talk. And why doesn't Whyte come out to Alabama and fight him? He's the challenger after all. Why did Errol Spence have to go fight Kell Brook in his backyard? Because Kell Brook had the bigger name and he had the belt. Now Wilder has the bigger name and the belt. So why doesn't Dillian Whyte come and then I'm sure if Dillian Whyte fights Wilder in Alabama, right? I'm pretty sure he's not going to ask for $7 million. You know what I mean? Because his family gets to see him, travel and expenses and all that is going to be cut down. So why doesn't Dillian Whyte come to the UK? That's fair. So okay, you don't want to give him $7 million, and you don't want to guarantee the Joshua fight. Then why don't you make the Dillian Whyte fight in the UK? UK fans will still tune in. They'll put it on Showtime. UK fans will still be able to tune in on Sky Sports and support their own. But they're not trying to do that. They're trying to get Wilder to come to the UK. So again, if he's got to take all the risks and shit as a champion, deal with premature stoppages, possibly bad scoring, then yeah, I'm gonna high charge him too. Who's not convincingly beat anyone in years? You gotta attach a name to it. MP4 vids, $20 super chat, gang. Wow, them orange ones, that's like reddish. But shout out to the $20 super chat. That's a good comment. He says, when people ask how popular someone is here in the USA versus UK, please remember that the USA is 40 times larger than the UK, so popularity can thin out quickly, plus competing against NFL, NBA, and NHL, which is what I said earlier. Exactly, I agree with that. Shout out to the $20 super chat. Like, listen, and this is no diss, I'm just being real. I cover boxing in America, multiple different, you know what I'm saying, multiple states, right? And I get love when I go to fights. Vegas, Cincinnati, New York, Brooklyn, right? Imagine if I was in the UK with my same movement and my same channel. Because I already got UK fans that fuck with the channel. But imagine if I was only in the UK, right? I would be the man out there. And I'm not even trying to sound boastful or cocky. I'll be the man out there because it's a lot smaller. So people, if you like boxing, then you would probably know my channel, right? That's why sometimes when these UK guys come out, right? These UK guys come out and they could be the biggest thing in the UK, and I'd be at the fights and people know me. They don't know who they are. And that's, like I said, it's not a diss. You guys take it for what it's worth. But a lot of people don't know who they are. I would be the man if I was in the UK. If I lived in the UK still, I would be the man. Period. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. But anyway, like I said, when some of the UK guys come, people in America don't even know who they are. But they could be the biggest thing. Like, yeah, Johnny Nelson. I don't see Johnny Nelson getting like just overwhelmingly bombarded when I've been at fights. I get more love than some of the people from the UK. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. It's different when you go out to different regions. You know what I mean? That's just, it is what it is. Listen. Put it this way. Who's the biggest actor in the UK? Somebody from the UK answer this. We're gonna shut this shit down real proper like. Who's the biggest actor from the UK? Tom Hardy. Okay. I fuck with Tom Hardy. Eddie Murphy's not from the UK. Christian Bale. Idris Elba. Okay, so those are some names. Christian Bale, Idris Elba, Liam Neeson, Daniel Craig, and Tom Hardy. So if any of them people, right, if they came to the United States, some people would know who they are, like Tom Hardy. Some people, I would know who he is, right, because I'm a movie buff. But look at the opposite. Look at the biggest stars in America, like The Rock. Like, he's one of the big stars in America. If The Rock goes over to the UK, I guarantee all of them know who he is. All of them know who The Rock is. But not everyone's gonna know Idris Elba. Not everyone would know him. I promise you that. So that's what I'm saying. The market is just different demographic. Same thing with Joshua. Joshua was in the Mayweather gym. So, you know what I mean? Some people might have been like knew who he was or whatever because they're boxing fans. But I guarantee if you went to Raising Cane's, some people would just be like, "Oh, who's that buff ass black dude?" You know what I'm saying? But look at the biggest star, LeBron James. If LeBron James goes to the UK, everybody knows who he is. Period. That's why people come from other places. Jean-Claude Van Damme he didn't get his film career cracking in France, in Belgium. He came to the United States for that. Manny Pacquiao didn't get worldwide notoriety fighting in General Santos and the Philippines. Conor McGregor, when he was in Ireland, he wasn't all super tatted up and everyone knew who he is. Now they know who he is. So that's what it is. America's just bigger. And if you can make it in America and raise your profile in America, it's different. Trust me. Everybody knows who Conor McGregor is. But if he stayed in Ireland, I don't think that would be the case. Conor McGregor came to the United States, had the personality, the look, the charisma, and he made a name in the United States. Same thing with Pacquiao. So yeah, I mean, if Dillian Whyte came to Vegas or something, not everyone's gonna know who he is. Even the real boxing fans, probably. Like, even people who are like decent sized boxing fans, I should say. But y'all will probably know who Wilder is if you're at a boxing event and you've seen Wilder in the UK. I mean, I'm not even trying to be rude, but I interviewed Lee Selby in Vegas, And I almost walked right by him. Like, I'm just being real. And I know who he is. I watched his fights. Welsh, Mayweather, all that shit. But I almost walked right by him. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, if it's a Mike Tyson comes to, he ain't even fought in years. He come to UK, y'all know who the fuck he is. Yeah, I seen Darren Till's fight with Cowboy. I like his attitude too. He got that kind of biz bing, talk a little shit. I like that. I like that shit. Lee Selby is tiny in the UK. Wow. Well, he the Welsh Mayweather, and I almost walked by him. That's all I know. But then I seen him. I was like, oh, let's Lee. Man, fuck a fight. Joe Fa says, yo, Ego, what can Wilder do to beat AJ, though? Punch him on the button. That's what the fuck he could do. But it's not even worth me giving a fight prediction if they don't fight. I'm not in the business of wasting my time, energy, and momentum. Y'all can say whatever. I think Joshua is a better boxer. Fundamentals, jet, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a better boxer. But that doesn't always win in fights. Because what Wilder does makes it really compelling. Like, I firmly believe if the fight played out like the Klitschko fight and Wilder got dropped, got back up, but had enough power and dropped Joshua the next round, I don't think Joshua will make it out. I don't. And see, the other thing I noticed too, like, it reminds me of Canelo versus Triple G. And I'm gonna explain it to you. Triple G did not look as dialed in as Canelo looked. Would most people agree with that statement? When they were at the weigh-in, Canelo looked diesel. Canelo looked like shredded to the bone and all that, right? Does everyone agree with that? That Triple G's body, like, pause, obviously, but Triple G's body didn't look as, like, sliced up and all that shit. But see, this is the difference. Triple G, he don't have to get super plickety-plack-ow, right? But he's used to fighting with that fighting style. The pressure, he could do all that pressure and all the shit he does, jab, he could do that in that fight shape, right? Canelo bulked up and was like Diesel, but he was the one that got tired. And I think that's kind of similar to the Joshua Wilder. Joshua, he looks like a you know what I'm saying, a big ass football player, action figure. And Joshua looks probably like more massy and career high weigh-in and shit than Wilder. But Wilder's very comfortable where he's at with the weight he's at. He's not necessarily putting on hella pounds and stuff like that. So he's comfortable in his style at his weight. What I've seen from Joshua, beyond round 6, the offense goes down. More agile, very good word. Definitely more agile. And he's athletic at that. Like people get twisted out by little shit. Like Wilder, when the Spilka fight was pretty close, but out of nowhere, he just bombed on him and then knocked him out. You know, in a competitive fight. But just one punch, one sequence, and he's out for the count. Like, needed smelling salts to wake up type shit. He was getting outboxed by Gerald Washington, right? Out of nowhere, he hurts him bad. And Washington's big. That's my dude. He's from Vallejo, which is the city over from me. So shout out to the 707. Say it backwards. 707, right? He's a big dude. Cause I'm a big dude and he's a big dude. You know what I mean? And no matter how good he was boxing, out of nowhere, Wilder comes with that power. So I think that could be a challenge for Joshua, especially if he doesn't badly debilitate Wilder in the first 3-4 rounds as it wears on. That natural innate style and Joshua naturally slowing and fatiguing from being that size, I think that would come back to bite Joshua. Joshua, his punches, he's very crispy. I like his technique, way he throws punches. He be throwing some haymakers and bad intentions and shit. But to me, it'd be more like the Wilder that shows up I think he would fight more like he fought Bermane Stiverne. And I was impressed by the Bermane Stiverne first fight because Stiverne was no joke. People thought Wilder was going to get knocked out, and Wilder wasn't playing around as much. He was educated. So I think Wilder would scale it back. I don't think he thought Spilka and Washington really had anything for him, so he took more chances, played around. But Joshua's power and rep, gold medal, I don't think he would not take it serious. Puma B1. Listen, a lot of y'all sound stupid as shit. All that windmill Wilder, you guys realize you make it look worse. Because if he's windmill Wilder and retard Wilder, all this extra shit, bum squat, then fight him. Why go through Dillian Whyte? Let's see it next. If he gets past Stiverne, let's see it next. So once again, stall tactics. If he's windmill Wilder, then that's easy work. Someone said it, why duck a bum? Yeah. If someone's a bum, if it's like taking candy from a baby, take that candy. Windmills have you KO. That's what I'm saying. And like, you could say it, like even like people complain on Sean Porter too. Like, oh, Sean Porter's style, it's sloppy. He's getting the job done though, you know what I'm saying? Even in his losses, who's just went out there and dogged him? Kell Brook didn't dog him. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman didn't dog him. These are close fights. So if it's sloppy to you, but it's effective and it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. I'm from the old school. That's how it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So all this windmills, shit. If I'm knocking out everybody except for one guy by windmill Wilder, shit, I'm finna windmill the fuck out of you. That's what, it's just simple arithmetic. Windmill Wilder, then I'm gonna windmill the fuck out you. That's how it goes. People are like, oh, it's windmill Wilder. It's working, so I'm gonna keep doing. Just like I remember I used to play like Street Fighter 2. They used to call it cheesing, where you keep doing the same move. I'll get the person, like, this is the screen. I'll get him backed up to the screen, and then I would be M. Bison, and he does this trip move where he would trip you, and as you try to get up, if you timed it, you could trip him again, and the guy would never be able to get up because you just do the Bison slide, and I would keep doing it, and people would get so mad. Like, stop doing the same move. Nope, I'm gonna keep doing the same fucking move that you haven't found no answer for. I'm gonna keep doing it. So if it's windmill Wilder, just like I said, in Bison, I'll do that little slide, I'm gonna keep doing it. So if he's knocking people out like that, keep doing it. Y'all know I keep it a buck. You know what I mean? The only time you make adjustments if what you're doing ain't working. I thought Wilder said his hand broken or at some point though. What are you talking about? How's his hand broken? He's fighting next week. Do y'all think about what y'all say, or y'all just type shit? Wilder hand broken. Like, you just got Tourette's and shit. His hand broken, but he fighting on Showtime. Seems legit. Who cares about his hand being previously broken? What are you talking? What's that have to do with anything? Y'all just be typing shit. What is his hand? He already got surgery. Nonito Donaire had a fucked up hand. A lot of guys, Floyd, a lot of guys have fucked up hands. Damn, you know it's bad when another champion, Joseph Parker's trainer said, he says, Team Joshua don't want Wilder yet. They'll probably target us. That's how you know it's bad. See, everybody can see it. Because why would Joseph Parker's team say that? I like Daniel Dubois and Anthony Yarde, but I just gotta see. I gotta see him keep moving through the ranks, better names. I mean, they both look the part. Daniel Dubois is young, he looked a big ass dude. Anthony Yarde looked diesel, so he looks in shape, look like a killer. But I mean, these situations we don't really know until we see them have their moment, their step up moment. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I like the attitude and what I've seen from both of them, like in interviews and shit. They stay in shape and shit. Someone said Joshua gonna fight the IBO mandatory. Yo, trolling now. Man, we gotta get this game back. We need to take it back where fans are real fans, not making excuses. But I really feel like there's... Why won't you guarantee if he fights Dillian Whyte in the UK, why won't you guarantee him Joshua? Who else are they gonna fight? Hey, should I hot seat Joe Fa or should I just block him? I'll let the fans vote, because I've seen a lot of stupid comments from him. Joe Fa, should I hot seat him or should I just block him off the rip for being stupid? Okay, hot seat it is. Okay, so Joe Fa, he says Anthony Joshua is set for life. He don't need another payday. Wilder needs it. So what type of boxing fan are you where you care about another grown-ass man's paycheck? I just want to know that. Like, what kind of boxing fan are you? Where you're like, y'all act like Joshua's girl or wife or something, like him being set for life means you set for life. Like, what? AJ set for life. He don't gotta do nothing. Wilder gotta keep fighting till he's 45. My Joshua got all the money. Like, what boxing fan talks like this? My AJ don't gotta do nothing. He can go do movies. He got him all the paychecks. Wilder, he gotta keep fighting. Like, what the fuck? I tell y'all, some of y'all representation making the UK look bad. My baby Joshua, he ain't gotta fight one more. He don't. Nobody better lay no finger on my AJ. What? Are you a boxing fan? Are you like? This is crazy. He said Joshua ain't never gotta fight again if he don't want to fight again. He set for life. Set for life. AJ set for life. Now, talk about Deontay Wilder. He can't even sell out the Barclays, from what I heard. Alabama boy can't sell out no Barclays. He ain't set. He gotta keep fighting. He gonna have to fight for Lou DiBella till he's 77. The fuck? Yo, man, I'm about to start. I'm gonna move to the UK, start covering cricket, cause I can't even deal with this anymore. That's how he really said that. AJ set for life. He ain't never got to fight. He got an everlast deal. Like, is this your deal too? What the fuck? Like, he signed an Under Armour. They breaded him out. AJ ain't never got to fight. Not on my watch. Like, what the fuck? Ask my mans in there. AJ, Hercules. Don't ever break a sweat for them motherfuckers. Let Deontay Wilder fight with his windmilling ass. Fucking bomb squad. Don't you lift no finger for no Deontay Wilder. Unless he's selling 80, 90,000. It's a damn shame. The fuck, man. Get me off this planet. Hercules. Y'all need the pom-poms for real. Don't nobody say nothing about my AJ. Tell Wilder to take it that away. If he want a money fight, shit, he better fight Dillian Whyte for the money fight. Child, no. What the fuck, man? Bet Dillian Whyte set him right. Not funny. Shut your dumb ass up. You blocked. I tell y'all what's funny and what ain't funny. He's all offended. That's not funny. My brother is gay. Y'all sensitive, man. Leave me the fuck alone. Hate this boxing game. Straight up. This shit ain't funny. AJ ain't never gotta lift no finger. Bitch. Fucking. I'm sure the stalkers are gonna come out now. Motherfucker. Someone said, notice how Joy Fa is not commenting. Block his ass anyway. Oh, now he's back. Didn't Wilder get exposed by Gerald Washington and Molina? I respect ego though. Like, no, don't try to say a compliment at the end. Listen, that exposed shit, it can only go so far when you knock the person out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he got exposed and they got knocked out. So Amir Khan exposed Danny Garcia, but then he got knocked out. So it doesn't, that stuff doesn't, you don't even sound like a fan, bro. You don't really sound like a fan to me. Cause it's really how you finish more than anything. Like, he got the job done. Spewing the hate but can't take it. Blocking people but it's still funny. Blocked. Like, listen, I'm not battling this stupid shit. He said I'm spewing hate. What hate have I given? Collect your L's, man. So, should we block Joe Fa in the hot seat? Put him in timeout, let him live? Y'all vote. Y'all decide. Did he get an L? Y'all want to put him on timeout? Or did he survive the hot seat? Lennox Lewis even said AJ needs to fight in the USA. Bye-bye, block forever. Hot seat his ass, give him a proper L. Alright, bye Joe Fa. One of my admins off with his head. Yo, listen, we got another hot seat victim. We doing the Drake shit today, back to back. And it's from Sakau Masako. It says, Ego, you definitely like Wilder though. See, this is what y'all try to put out there to deflect from the situation. It don't have nothing to do with liking Wilder, right? It has something to do with liking boxing. I like the way Wilder is moving. Do I have a problem with Wilder? No. I like Wilder, you know what I mean? He's cool. I like Joshua. But see, that's what they try to do. They try to throw this favoritism, bias type shit out there. It don't have nothing to do with if the roles were reversed, which they're not, and Joshua was saying what Wilder was saying, and Wilder was saying what Joshua was saying, I'd be saying the same shit because that's how trill I am. If Wilder was like, bomb squad, but I don't know, maybe I'll fight him in 2018, 19, 2020, bomb squad though. you know, I would say the same thing. So it has nothing. You guys want to attach it to a person. I'm attaching it to a behavior. That's the difference. If I mean, obviously there's no way to prove it because Wilder is the one who's like screaming on Joshua. But I'm being sincere. If Wilder was doing the same exact behavior as Joshua is doing or his team, and Lou DiBella was like, man, fuck that. Joshua fight Gerald Big Baby Miller in the States, and then we'll think about it. But we're not gonna guarantee you that you get Wilder. And Joshua was like, no, man, fuck that. Man's not hot. My man's not hot. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I want Wilder straight away. We both champions. Then I would say the same thing. But that the shoe is not on the other foot. So you guys can believe it or not. If Lou DiBella was putting up Gerald Big Baby Miller, right, as a roadblock and saying, Joshua, come to the States, fight him. We're not going to guarantee you Wilder, but still fight him. Man's not hot. Skip it. Man's not hot, right? I would say the same shit. Once again, y'all attach it to a person. Has nothing to do with Joshua. Has nothing to do with, it's the behavior, it's the talk, right? That's what it is. But you do like Wilder. No, it's not about liking him. It's about what he's representing, what he's doing right now, and I think we need more of that in heavyweight. That's like the Charlos. They cool. I like their little movement. I like them keep running your mouth. I like them calling out for the big fights. I like that shit. So it's more of a behavior than the person. Shout out to the Ukraine, man. Man's not hot. 2 + 2 = 4. Man's not hot. I'm like, what? And see, and the other thing is like, for me, 2 + 2 = 4. 4 + 4, no, man's not hot. Listen, I'm very consistent. Like when Triple G was trying to get Sergio, Cotto, Canelo, I was all for it. Now they say I hate Triple G. You see how some of y'all are just garbage. Either that or you ain't been watching me long enough. But it's like, whenever I say something against a fighter or like take a standpoint, you guys say I hate that other fighter. You know what I'm saying? But it has nothing to do with any of that. It has something to do with what's real in boxing. You know what I mean? Everyone, oh, you like Wilder. So why do y'all say I hate Golovkin now? Look, I got videos from 2 years ago. Gennady Golovkin asked public if they won a Miguel Cotto fight. And I was calling for this fight. But now y'all say I hate Triple G somehow. Because if him and his team says something and then I bring up my argument or my thought process on something they said, now I hate him. Ego is a Wilder fanboy and you are a block boy. Get your ass up out of here. L blocked. We're not here. We're not gonna do that. Y'all talking about, oh, he's a fanboy. Whatever. Me want to see a good fight, I'm a fanboy, and you a block boy. So, I mean, we'll let y'all tell it. I hate everybody at some point. Ego, you keep it real. You have claimed to be an Edeslandi Lara fan and his style, but you're not necessarily impressed with the recent moves in his career. Side note, I agree. I'm a fan of him too. Exactly. See, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, you see, y'all are like, some of y'all are like leeches or parasites, and y'all attach yourself to one host, and then no matter what, it's like, oh, I'm live and die by that. I don't do that. Like, I could have a fighter that I enjoy watching their fights and stuff like that, but if they start changing their demeanor or getting, you know what I mean, getting to a point, them and their team, then I roll with the punches. You know what I mean? It's just like the weather. Seasons change. Like when it's spring and the summertime, then you're gonna dress accordingly. But as the seasons change and start getting colder, you're not gonna wear what you wore in the summer. So that's how I am as boxing fans. Golovkin, when he was calling out Martinez and Cotto, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? But then some of the things his team have said, it's questionable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to fight the Japanese dude, Ryan Murata, who's very unknown, but telling Dante's Boxing Nation in an interview, Abel Sanchez says, we're not fighting Charlo. Why should we fight him unless the WBC makes us? Like, what? Anyway, I'm about to go get something to eat and get up out of here. Ego Army, Ego Mafia, we are the mob, money atop of boxing. Let's get it. Get it. I just want to see. Yeah, Ego, I see you as an unbiased reporter. See, and it's hard for people to even imagine that there could be that, because there's typically a lot of people that have a lot of biases and shit like that, but whatever. I just want to see Wilder Joshua. Salute to the winner. Salute if they can make it happen in 2018. But that's it. And I'll call it how I see it. It's nothing. You know, I've interviewed Eddie Hearn before. I never met Joshua because he hasn't really fought out here or anything like that. But I don't have a problem. I'll work with. You know what I mean? This is what I do for a living. I'll work with whoever, but I can still have an opinion. You know what I mean? You look at Paulie Malignaggi, Mike Tyson. Them dudes have an opinion on the game. Mauro Ronaldo, whatever his name is. Al Bernstein. Everyone has an opinion. I'm just telling you mine. Letting y'all come into my world. The ego world. Man's not hot. But anyway, let's do a roll call before I get out of here. Let's see where you guys are from. City, state, zip. Bang that. Let me know where you guys are from. Boxingego, roll call. Sacramento in the house. Peace, love. Jalove, brethren. Shout out to the Jamaicans. Queens, New York. Washington Heights. Berlin, Germany. Screwston, Texas. Southampton, England. Newcastle, England. See, England be fucking with it. Boston, DMV, Maryland, Barbados, Bay Area, Florida, Sweden, Bronx, Reno, Nevada, Chicago, Garfield Park, Glasgow, Harrisburg, Milwaukee, Greensboro, North Carolina, Jackson, Mississippi, Harlingen, Texas, Brixton, Liverpool, Florida, Omaha, London, baby, Virginia, Scotland, Toronto, Miami, Florida, Texas, Chicago, Portland. Yeah, man, I just want to see good fights, and I really, if I could help it, I want to see 2017 energy in boxing carried over to 2018. Shout out to Brooklyn. And the way to make that happen is we have to have some accountability in the boxing. Like, I would really like to see boxing get taken serious as like NBA or NFL Sunday. Like I said, when I travel and take Ubers, tell people what I do, cover boxing, and they're like, oh, you ever think boxing will get back to the Mike Tyson? That's all people talk about. It's like old shit. Oh, the Tyson days, and you know what I'm saying? They think like boxing is like washed. Some people, you know what I mean? I want us to be like a lot more mainstream. East Coast love, ego. Shout out to the East Coast. Yeah, I'll be out there next week for the fight. So, or this week, whatever it is. Shout out to London. Yeah, boxing is serious in the UK. And so that's, I mean, honestly, I just want, for UK fans, stand up for something. You know what I mean? And like, don't just, as a person in general, no matter where you're from, don't just let someone sell you whatever. We call it wolf tickets. Like the boy who cried wolf. Don't let someone sell you wolf tickets. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So if you really feel Joshua taking a meaningful fight with Wilder is less than a fight with David Haye, like, really? That's crazy to me. I can't see that. Haye hasn't had a very significant heavyweight win in a while, and he has no belt. Ego, geez, the UK guys on here aren't a true reflection. I mean, I hope not, because I think the UK fans are great. I mean, you see them, but there has to be level to it, like a limit to what you do. You know what I'm saying? And again, I have no problem supporting your own. I mean, a lot of communities do that, but you gotta do it within reason. Like, if you want to celebrate your own, like let's say my boy, I was cool with somebody, and he's my boy or whatever, but he did some heinous crime, and raping boys or murdered old ladies or something like that. Then I gotta draw that line in the sand. I'm like, I'm not with that. Like, we cool, but you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But fans treat this like it's some gang shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, Joshua should never fight Wilder. What? Because Wilder hasn't sold 80,000. Listen, if that's the standard for boxing, then we should never even see any fight. Look at Canelo versus Golovkin. Canelo, if that's the case, Canelo sold 51,000 in Texas versus Liam Smith, right? To my knowledge, Golovkin has never sold anything near 51,000 in one venue as the headliner, right? So, I mean, that's like Canelo versus Triple G shouldn't happen because Triple G has never sold 51,000 seats and did 20 million views in Mexico. Like, it's crazy what y'all try to run with. Wilder never gets to fight. So that's to all my UK fans, just stand up for what's right. That's all I ask of you. I don't care if it's your countrymen. As a boxing fan, that should come before anything. No, someone said not ego. I think Triple G versus Lemieux sold out. I never said Triple G never sold out, but he sold out the Madison Square Garden, which holds like 19,000, which, once again, if you listen to what I said, he's never sold 51,000 like Canelo sold. So selling out, he has sold out venue. I was at one of them. He sold out the Forum. That was sold out. That was 16.5. So I never said that Golovkin has never sold out. They did good numbers with the Brook attendance too. I never said he never sold out. I said he's never sold 51,000 in one venue in one night as the headliner like Canelo has. So should we never see Canelo versus Triple G ever happen because Golovkin hasn't sold that many, or Golovkin's pay-per-views have flopped? That's not how boxing should work. It should be the best fight and the best good fight. And I'm realistic. I understand it's not going to be the best fight after best fight after best. You know what I mean? Because fighters got to recover from tough fights and losses and shit like that. But Joshua is, I mean, he hasn't been taking much punishment like that to the point where Wilder probably can't fight in 2018. So we got to be real with this boxing game. That's all I'm saying, is like people are using this A-side shit versus against Wilder, and that's not right, because that's not what's right for boxing. You know what I mean? So you basically want to see weak fights, fights that are weaker than the Deontay Wilder fight, and your reason is because Wilder hasn't sold enough. Like, what kind of fan are you? I'll never understand that. So that's my thoughts. We should just demand the proper fights. AJ versus Wilder will sell like hotcakes. I'm already knowing. And see, listen, I'm not saying I'm the biggest channel in the world. But every time I do a video or a live stream about this topic, it's getting viewership. So the interest is there. You know what I mean? I have over 100,000 subscribers, and it's just me. Not to mention other channels that have interviews or talking about this fight. So the fans, that's what I'm saying. The fans got to stand for something, because the fans, some of you guys are playing dumb. You're acting like Wilder Joshua is not a prime fight, right? But I guarantee you, if you go to popular channels on YouTube that cover boxing, you're gonna find people talking about this Joshua Wilder shit. So don't play dumb like, oh, look. This is Fight Hype. Wilder impersonates Joshua. I'm declaring war on AJ. Anthony Joshua is bloody. Wilder responds to Joshua. Wilder Joshua, right? Look at all these videos. Joshua Wilder. Johnny Nelson bursts Wilder's bubble about Joshua. Don't bullshit. Wilder goes off on Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So you could try your damnedest and throw in Dillian Whytes and shit and make it out to be like Wilder has so much more to do and nobody really cares about this fight. But you're only fooling yourself because we don't buy that, right? We just simply don't. And that's my whole point. If there's no interest, then you're not gonna hear people talking about it. Look, I've been on for a minute, 156 people watching about Wilder Joshua. Ego Valley video, 1 day, 6,000 views. Wilder admits Deontay Wilder fight happens, 20,000 views. Boxingego, 150,000 views. 303,000 views on Wilder Joshua. 16, 5, 377,000 views. Listen, I got 100,000 plus subscribers, and I got videos. Hold on, we got moves. The body count's still there. Look, these are my video 1 month ago. A Wilder Joshua video, and it got 377,000 views. Oh shit, I didn't mean to click on it. So you can't fool me. 29,000. Look, another one I did 5 months ago, 285,000 views. And it's talking about this fight. So again, you're not gonna bamboozle me into believing that this is not a big fight. Why am I doing these kind of views? Look, I got 100,000 subscribers, and I just showed you 3 or 4 videos that got 250, 300,000, almost 400,000 views on single videos from a channel that has less subscribers. It'd be one thing if I had 1 million subscribers and those are my views, but I got those views and I'm not even at 100. I'm not even at like 150,000 in terms of subscribers. So again, you're not gonna bamboozle me into thinking Wilder Joshua needs more building and marinating for profiles and all that. Because every time I do a video about it, people are interested. And it's evident because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Period. What can be said? And I guarantee you, if I pull up the videos I did about Wilder versus Dillian Whyte, they don't have that many. They don't have that many views. I mean, they have good views, but not 400,000. Stand for something as boxing fans. Stand for something. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out. I'm about to get something to eat. Peace out, y'all. Let's do one last run through with the likes, but I'm always about unifications. We working Ego Mafia, Ego Armia, Ego the Mob. Let's see if we can get to 250 likes, last minute likes. If you want to stand for something in this boxing game and not just be a pawn or a sheep, hit that like button and subscribe to the realness. How does a unification get blocked? I don't know. You guys tell me. I mean, one way to me, one way it gets blocked is the fans. If the fans make excuses talking about Fury and hey, we want that more than we want Wilder, then that's one way, because promoters and shit and their PR people, they'll be able to see that. And they'll be like, okay, shit. So we can make Carlos Takam too. We can make a David Haye if he gets past Tony Bellew. You know what I mean? So that's one way it could happen if the fans don't stand for something. So that's why I advise you to. It's not just about my way or the highway or whatever getting blocked. Think about what's being said and analyze what happens to you. Like I said, this Dillian Whyte situation, if he's willing, if Wilder shouldn't even to unify, he shouldn't have to go through an extra obstacle. That's just my personal opinion. But if you're gonna make him go to the UK, risk bad judging or refereeing or whatever, and go through a tough opponent like Dillian Whyte to get to build up the Joshua Wilder, then why not give him the guarantee? Why not guarantee him that if he beats Whyte, then he gets the fight? You know what I mean? I don't think that's an unreasonable demand. I mean, okay, here's an example. This is a little bit, this might be off for some of y'all, but okay. Since I started my channel, I have never been signed to, they have these things called multi-channel networks, right? And it changes your pay scale on YouTube, where you get different ads through them, and they're supposed to help you out. They have access to royalty-free music, or if you get in legal trouble, they're supposed to have people, right? But here's the kicker. To sign to a, and just so you know, most of your favorite, see, I'm just different, man. A lot of the big boxing channels are signed to networks, right? They're signed to networks. I'm not talking about endorsements. Endorsements are something else, because anybody would want endorsements. It's just called a multi-channel network. Just YouTube it, you guys will know. But a lot of your favorite channels, the big channels, are signed to them. You know what I mean? The reason I never signed is because the bottom line is they take a cut of your money, 10, 20, 30%, whatever, and they can't promise you results. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They can't promise you. Like, I'm like, what can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, we offer these things. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff is stupid too. It's like, we can help you collaborate with other YouTubers. Like, I could do that shit on my own. I could reach out to a YouTuber on my own and see if they're down to collaborate. So, like, I couldn't see, for me, that's why I never signed. I can't see myself giving a percentage of my money to somebody else, and they can't even really tell me what the fuck they're gonna do or guarantee that my views are gonna go up or this and that. You guys get what I'm saying? So to relate the two is, it can't be no raw deal. You know what I'm saying? If you can't tell me exactly what you're gonna do to improve my channel, make my views go up, make my bottom line go up, my dollar sign go up, then I can't see myself giving you a cut of my money, period. And that's the same thing with the Eddie Hearn thing. Like, so Deontay Wilder has to risk it all, go to the UK, battle maybe jet lag and time zone differences, and maybe not all his family and friends being able to go to his fight, deal with potential bad judging, bad reffing, get past Dillian Whyte, and then you can't even guarantee that I'll get the Joshua fight. Then what's the point? You know, what's the point of doing all that? He might as well just try to see if Luis Ortiz is available, if he's not blocked or whatever. Cannon Briggs, Gerald Big Baby Miller. He might as well go after one of that. If you're not going to get guaranteed a Joshua fight, stay in America and fight one of them, or try to go after Joseph Parker or something. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it make sense. And people want guarantees. Yo, your boy Linroy didn't show up for the Allen fight. That's not true, because I talked to him and he told me that fight wasn't. He's trained. Listen, he's trained by Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter has his son fighting in the Barclays next week, so there was no way. They're pushing the fight back, basically, because how can Kenny Porter train Linroy for his big fight rematch with Dave Allen and then come back from the UK. The fight Joshua fight just ended. You know what I mean? Then come back and then have to leave to go to the Barclays for his son. It just wouldn't make no sense. You know what I mean? They would be too close. So the fight got pushed back, to my knowledge. But yeah, as boxing fans, just stand for something. That's all I ask for you. And I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Peace out, y'all.